Trattati sempre bene, ti stupirai di quanto possa piacerti. Pasta integrale Barilla, la bontà che sorprende.
Here we are in the complete darkness, almost midnight, I would say, with Steve Flink in Wimbledon, a good friend, Hall of Famer.
I have to be a good friend to stand here in the darkness and do this report.
Yes,
right?
and well, 6 hours and how many minutes?
36 minutes.
36 minutes for the first semi-final, and then almost 3 hours were not enough to finish the second semi-final. So we have Anderson in the final, which is a big surprise, and what?
Well, it was a hard match. It was a tough loss for Isner because Isner lost the first. He went down a set and won the next two, and it looked like when he broke back in the fourth set, maybe he can win in 4 sets. Lost his serve at the end of that set, and then they went into that marathon final set, which Anderson finally won despite serving from behind Ubaldo, just as he had to do against Federer in his previous round when he won 13-11 in the fifth. Serving from behind all the way from 4-5 in the fifth, trying to stay in the match every time, and he did it. And he did it with great style and comfort almost. He wasn't having much trouble on his serve, but Isner, who looked more fatigued and more beaten up, kept holding on himself until finally Anderson broke him at 24 all in the fifth and then served it out.
Yes, when they were 24, Anderson was able to hit a shot with the left hand.
Left hand, right. Yeah. He fell down, exactly. Yeah. And somehow Isner's shot came right to him.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. Anderson hit the left-handed forehand and then eventually did a regular forehand to win the point, a regulation right-handed forehand. Amazing effort on his part. But
yeah,
he deserved it. He was fitter. He was stronger in the end. Question will be, Ubaldo, does he have anything left at all? 4 hours, 14 minutes against Federer, and now 6 hours, 36 minutes to beat John Isner today. Can he possibly recover in one day to face Novak Djokovic or Rafa Nadal? I doubt it.
You doubt it, and first of all, we don't know who will be the finalist, because
right,
I mean,
right.
Djokovic is up 2-1, but in the third set, in the tiebreaker, he had to save 3 set points.
Yeah, it was a great effort on his part, and he finally won at 11-9, and he was very poised because he had led 5-3, and then he went down 6-5, 7-6, 8-7, and finally had 1 set point that got away from him, but he clinched it on his second.
Yeah.
Great effort from Djokovic because he can feel good about leading when he goes to bed tonight, coming back tomorrow knowing he needs just 1 set.
Yeah, great match, I must say. It's a pity in a way. It's a pity in a way, Steve, that it's not a final, because honestly, after what you said about also the shape that Anderson will have, the condition that we'll have, we are afraid that we may not have a great final. While this match between Nadal and Djokovic was outstanding.
Outstanding, and it always figured to be, Ubaldo. We could have easily anticipated this because Djokovic was rounding into very good form over the course of this tournament after reaching the final at Queen's Club and having a match point against Cilic. You could see that he was getting closer to the top of his game, and Nadal was also playing very well, and sure enough, they played to a very high standard for 3 sets here tonight.
Yes, I didn't expect Djokovic to serve so well, and I didn't expect Nadal to be so fresh after the battle that he had to 48 hours ago.
Good point, Ubaldo. He lost the first set, Nadal, but he came back strong to win the second after Djokovic had broken back in the middle of the set, serving at 2-3 with a point for 3-0. Rafa then took control again to win that set. And then they're on serve all the way into that third set tiebreak. So they both have a lot to be proud of with the way they handled themselves and the level they reached in this match tonight.
Well, so we don't know yet in this moment, even if it's almost midnight, at what time the match will be prosecuted.
Well, you're the referee, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I think I have a feeling, Ubaldo. What I heard was, and it's not confirmed, obviously, is maybe 1 p.m. tomorrow because the women's final is supposed to be at 2. You want to try to get them done before the women, give them more rest time before the final the next day. And if the women are slightly delayed, it's not a big deal. But what if Nadal and Djokovic go to 26-24 in the 5th set?
Correct.
What happens then?
Correct. Well, so see you tomorrow. We will have another great day of tennis at Wimbledon. Thanks, Steve Flink.
Thank you, Ubaldo.